Should have put on some background music. I don't know how well you guys can hear this. Alright, I'll leave it there for now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. It is Koga Nobuyoshi, and today is a very special day. It is the second episode of the, what's the word I'm looking for, of the, not remastered, but what is it called? Like of the rebooted reaction time. It's the second episode of the rebooted reaction time. And in today's episode of reaction time, as you saw from the thumbnail and the title of the stream, I am going to be reacting to something incredible that I watched last weekend. And that is the Hololive 4th Festival. So, hopefully it's not a problem for me to react to this. The way that I'm going to be doing this, obviously, just like how I did it for the Alice in Borderland video, I'm mainly just going to be talking about it, because obviously I cannot display the concert. I'm not even going to be watching the concert, again, unless I want to remember something that happened. Like, if I want to remember what a song sounded like or how the performance went, so I have the idea. If in that case, I will go back to it, but you guys will not hear it and you will not see it. Absolutely not. That is not something that I should have up on the screen, so mostly I'm just going to be talking about it. You're reflecting on... Let me move my microphone. Reflecting on what an amazing concert it was. So mostly I'm going to be on this screen, but there is a screen that I'm going to be going on in a second to show you guys something that I've showed you in a debut stream, but I want to show again. So, before I start talking about the fest, I just want to talk about, once again, something that I definitely mentioned in my debut stream, just some inspirations behind me wanting to do what I'm doing now, and how things like this Hololive concert inspire me to keep doing it. So, once again, me wanting to do music stemmed all the way back from when I was in middle school. You know, that's from like all the way back when I was in middle school. Okay, actually, hang on. Before I keep talking, let me just make a... so that I don't have to keep clicking to change the song. Let me just... Hang on, guys. I'll be back in a second. Hang on, I'm trying to add my background music into this app that I use to play my music so that I don't have to keep changing anything. Oh, but you know what? I have to set them all to an album. I have to make it into an album. Alright, hang on, guys. This might take a second. I'm gonna mute for a little bit. that ended up being a huge waste of time. I'm trying to avoid having to click to change the songs, but it looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do. So, as I was saying, I was like 10 minutes. It felt like, yeah, me wanting to do music, just the music part. That goes all the way back to middle school, when I was in 6th grade. And my school did this thing where whenever the big standardized test was coming up, they wanted to have a prep rally for some reason. The prep rally was in no way getting us excited to take a test. It was just getting us excited to see performances. So, if they were trying to get us excited to take a test, that's not what happened. We just liked the performers because everybody was very creative. So most people, pretty much what you had to do was you had to make a song based on, based like the concept of the standardized test. So what everybody just did was they either literally wrote their own song, or they did they did a cover of a real song, but they changed the lyrics around, and that's what my school did. Um, I grouped up with a few other friends, and we did one song, and the entire rest of my class did another song. So, my brother was also a part of this. I don't remember if my sister did it, but my brother was a part of it. His class did their version of a song called "All of the Lights" by Kanye West. I still remember that. And my class, there were two things. The first one, I think my group went first, but I'm gonna talk about me last. The one where it was the entire rest of my class, excluding me and my group of friends. They did their version of "TikTok" by Kesha, and that was very hyped. That was a very good performance. I was shocked. But my group, we did a Sorry, I'm looking at the analytics. We did a cover of 6 Foot 7 Foot by Lil Wayne, and rearranged the lyrics. Wrote our own lyrics. So there was 3 of us all together in that group, and we all wrote our own verse. And I think I might have went either second or last. But all I know is as soon as I started going, for whatever reason, it was as soon as I started going, the entire auditorium erupted. Like, everybody went crazy. So one thing you guys should know right off the bat, I am just like how a lot of these Hololive performers were in that concert. You see me on stream and I'm nice and calm most of the time, and I'm talking normally, but that's just because I'm by myself. If I'm with other people, I'll be much more excitable and energetic. But yeah, for now, like I'm much more calm and collected and everything. I am an entirely different person when I am performing. I am an entirely different person when I'm performing. You won't even recognize me. And you can hear it in my music too, like just the music as well. It's like I'm an entirely different person in my music. So, and I got the SoundCloud thing pulled up again because I just wanted to, because I'm going to be talking about that as well. So, I decided from that day on that music was what I wanted to do as a career, because I loved the rush that I got out of the audience from that performance. So music, and specifically performing as well. I want to be able to continue to perform. That might be hard to do in my state right now, but I hope that one day I'll be able to do it as well. Now, for VTubers, the only way we can perform is if we get 3D models and get like a whole stage set up, and you would need like a VR setup. Which, that's, I would have to learn how to set all that up, because I don't really know how to do that. I've never used VR before. So I'm about to just skip my background music and just stick with the video game music, because I don't want to have to keep stopping to change the song. So let's just shuffle. And I'm gonna have to turn my volume down. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I decided from that day on that that was what I wanted to do as a career. And ever since then, whenever like the next year when we had the prep rally again, me and my class, I wrote a song for that too. It was nowhere near as good as the last one, but whatever. I was just happy to be able to perform again. I think I'm gonna plug my computer in. Hold on. All right. Yeah, that one was not as good as my 6th grade one. My 7th grade one wasn't as good as my 6th grade one, but I was just happy to be able to perform again. But like somewhere between that point, I think it was 8th grade when it was the first one. My brother and I, we convinced one of the teachers to start a talent show for the school. And thank God that she thought it was a great idea, because ever since then, I don't know if they did one. We didn't do one every single year, but we started hosting talent shows. Well, she hosted the talent shows. She didn't host them every year either, but yeah, 8th grade I believe was when we had the talent show, and my brother and I both did a comedy routine. I regret doing the comedy routine. That was not something that I should have done. Now in 9th grade, we had another talent show. My brother was not in my high school, but in 9th grade, in my high school career, I'm telling you guys, was completely messed up. My middle school decided to become a high school, and then I ended up staying at this high school. So in 9th grade, we had another talent show, and that's when I went back to performing music. I wrote my own verse and did a cover of a song called Ready by B.O.B. and Future. So I don't know why this music is still so loud for me. It's like, how much lower do I need to turn my headphones? Alright, anyway. I'm gonna have to, if I want to listen to the concert, I'm gonna have to mute the Euphoria and my audio interface. I'm gonna have to mute that, turn my headphones back up, and listen to that. But for now, have to have my headphone volume low because I have this background music playing. So yeah, 9th grade, that was much better, despite what others had to say about it. That was a much better performance, and I loved that talent show. That was a good talent show. We had a lot of great talent in that one. It wasn't as good as my senior year though, because after 9th grade there was not another talent show until my senior year of high school. That wasn't hosted by the same teacher who hosted the one from my 8th and 9th grade. This was somebody else. For some reason I'm starting to lag. Hang on. For some reason, I'm starting to lag. Let me just... Okay, I think it's done now. Yeah, in my senior year of high school, that's when it really got turned up. Because, remember I said, like, it wasn't the same teacher that hosted it, this was somebody else, and this was a different staff. Immediately, what was done differently? This time, there were auditions for the talent show. That was never done before. There were no auditions before. This time, they decided to have auditions for that talent show. So, they held the auditions, and we got a big cast for this talent show. I made sure to invite, you know, a good number of family to come out to this one, because I believed in it so much. And that was because in this talent show, I performed my very first original song. Now, this song is not on streaming services, but it was the first song that I completely put together myself that I was somewhat proud of. And I'll show you guys that in a second. I'm gonna flip over to that screen now. I think I'm just gonna close out of the music app and not have any music playing. Yeah, this is... Okay, here we are. So... the song at the very top, Lift My City, this was the first song that I put together using a professional DAW software for making music and beats and whatever. The beat was very basic because I had no idea how to do it. You know, I didn't know about theory and all that stuff. This is before I started doing all that. So the beat was very basic, but yeah, I made the beat and wrote lyrics, and I had one of them at the time. This is the music teacher at the time. I asked him. He had a studio in his classroom. He had a recording set up in his classroom. So I asked him if I could record the song in that class. He allowed it. He engineered the whole thing. Unfortunately, he didn't do it in the most professional way because the song did not sound like a professional song should sound. But either way, like I played this already in my debut stream, but I'll just play some of it again for you guys. This is the song that I performed at my talent show.
My name is Izzy J.
That's not my name anymore.
Learn the name. I'm gonna keep this plain. Quit thinking that you can take my spot. Boy, there ain't no space. There's no time for background checks.
At this point, this song is several years old.
I'm bringing back that music. I'm finna rock some bells. LL Cool J. Hey, I'm lifting my city up. Jesus, I need you to lift me up. Let my city see the Holy Ghost. Let me shine until my time's up. Keep the world on its feet. Like we run a track meet. I can go 1 week, succeed and overcome my enemies. So don't play. If you can't keep it real, then there's nothing to say. Too many rappers just beefing. Beef with me, watch out, got fire all day. Let it burn, let it simmer.
It still says that I'm lagging. I don't know how.
Don't look down on the kid. I'll make you look like a beginner.
From the basement to the greatest. No, you all getting impatient. Yeah, impatient.
So yeah, again, that's on my SoundCloud. And I put this song in the first album that I ever put together. This was in 2019, while I was in college. It was called Holiday. It's still on my SoundCloud, but I really should consider I'm not gonna take it down because honestly, SoundCloud is a safe place for bad music. Like, one thing to know about SoundCloud, there's a combination of, just like any other streaming service, there's a combination of actually good songs, you know, songs with potential, and then you got songs that are just god awful on here. And I mean really god awful, like horribly put together songs. So, like, this album is in a safe spot on SoundCloud where it belongs. Yeah, in 2019, I made this album I made all the beats myself using FL Studio Mobile, the mobile app. Even though it was called mobile, it was on a computer still, where I did all this. Yeah, so on FL Studio Mobile, I made all these beats. You can still make some nice beats in that app. I'm not dissing the app. So, FL Studio Mobile to use to make all the beats. There were 10 beats that I made, recorded all of them on an app called Audacity, which is not an app for recording music, so that was a mistake. Now, Lift My City was not recorded on Audacity. All the other songs on this album were. Lift My City was recorded in Logic Pro 10, which is the perfect DAW for that. All these other songs in here were not recorded with that, and I left this album up here because, number one, I wanted to be reminded every time I listened to it of how far I came since this album dropped. You know, and I'm not trying to brag, but I wanted to be reminded every time I looked at this album and then looked at the other two that I have up here. I wanted to be reminded of how far I came, because this album was an absolute disgrace. Like, it was terrible. So, I'm glad that people, you know, enjoy it and give me nice feedback on it anyway. But, you know, I was not at all proud of this song, or proud of this album. Oops. Sorry, I keep forgetting that's... Keep forgetting that I have... You guys didn't see that. Now, in 2020, there's an album that I released called They Still Sleeping on Me that I am proud of, even though that was also put together not unprofessionally. It was put together unprofessionally, but it still sounded way better than this album does. I'm happy that I didn't get hit with it. The problem with me posting music videos on my YouTube channel, YouTube keeps on giving me copyright claims because the beats that I buy are also posted on YouTube. But producers who post their beats on YouTube, they do it just to promote their channel and to promote their beats so that people can buy their beats. They allow the their music to be used. They allow their beats to be used in songs that are posted on YouTube. So and my channel was not copyright stricken, but you know, every time I try to post a video of a song that I made, you know, on the restriction side in YouTube Studio, it'll say copyright claim, because it'll say copyright material found, because the beat is picked up, and the beats that the producers make are obviously copyright protected. So let me go to that album now. Yeah, the They Still Sleeping on Me album, I am definitely proud of this album. I'm definitely very proud of this album, especially since I was able to get featuring artists to be on it. The problem that I have with it is, again, it was not put together in the most professional way, and one reason for that is because I used way too much auto tunes. But this album was released on my birthday back in 2020, back in 2020, and I believe it was 2020. If not, it was 2021. I'm starting to forget. No, this says 2020. So, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, this was 2020. There was something else that was in 2021. Yeah, this album I'm definitely proud of. I won't say very proud, but I am proud of it. And I already played songs from these albums in my debut stream, so I won't keep playing them again. But it was in. I'm not gonna go on the Google Doc that I have open because that's my notes. But it was in 2021 where, again, I talk about this in my on my debut video, my debut stream. It was in 2021 when I posted. Actually, it was 2020, but then it was reposted in 2021. In 2020, when I started this YouTube channel, I was making videos, mostly vlog videos, about my journey of releasing an album that is no longer here. It was called Isaiah, based on the Bible character, and it had 20 songs on it. It had 20 songs that I wrote and recorded and did everything for. But again, it was not put together professionally, and it sounded horrible. It didn't sound like the Holiday album, but it didn't sound as good as the They Still Sleeping on Me album. The quality of the songs didn't. And it's a shame because all the songs had potential. It's just, I kept getting. It was just this one person, but I kept getting negative feedback every time I wanted to show this guy, who was a record label owner. Every time I showed him songs off that album, it was just negative feedback all the time. And I understand why. But yeah, like, even though he was the only one giving me bad feedback, I knew that he was right, and it inspired me to take down the album. It inspired me to just take the album down because, number one, it was supposed to come out on Christmas of 2020. I had to take it down the day that it released because I didn't even realize that you were only hearing audio in one ear. And then when I re-uploaded it, everything was fine. But again, it was just bad. The quality was bad. So I ended up deleting every single video that I posted about. I think I deleted every single video where I posted about that album because it doesn't exist anymore. The album that I released back in 2022, the Life in a Dream album, this is the best thing I've ever put out so far. However, this is the last project that I released under the stage name Izzy Jewel, because after this album was released, that was when I don't think I announced it yet. I didn't announce it yet, but that's when I was in contact with a live 2D rigger and animator or artist, live 2D artist and rigger. I was in communication with him about getting this VTuber model because I wanted to be a VTuber. So that's why I decided that when I uploaded this album, that's why I decided that that was the last thing I was posting under the stage name Izzy Jewel, because my stage name was going to change once again. This is the second time that my stage name has changed. So all of my IRL edited videos that I posted over the past few years, they're still there and they're gonna stay. the gaming ones are all gonna stay, because I'm very proud of those videos. But I am no longer using the stage name Izzy J or Izzy Jewel. You know, my plan was to become a VTuber, and any music that I put out would be under my VTuber name, Koga Nobuyoshi. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to change that for Spotify. I think that would require me to have to take down a song that I have on there. It would require me to take it down, and I think that would be the only way to change my name. So, because this album is not on streaming services, it's only on SoundCloud. I was planning to have this on streaming services at first, but then I made the announcement that I was changing that. I said it's going on my SoundCloud, and it is the last project that I'm putting out under the stage name Izzy Jewel. This is the best album. This is the best thing that I've put out. The best album that I've put out of all the albums that I put out and kept. So that's only 3, but out of the 3 albums, this is the best one. I'm not proud of every single song, and I'm not 100% proud of it because I know that it could be better. You know, I'm not an engineer. I don't do this as often, so it's not as professional. But darn it, I really did try with this album. And this is before I bought that harmonizer that I showed you guys in another stream. Because that plugin, I was waiting for Waves to be able to make a plugin like that. So that plugin is really gonna help me. But yeah, like otherwise, this, I was so proud of this album, like so proud of it. You know, the Heaven song. That song was released in 2021. The album didn't come out till 2022, but the Heaven song was released in 2021, and this was the first original song that I performed, not in a talent show. I performed this song in a actual professional concert. Basically, it wasn't a concert, but it was a live show. It was my first ever live show. It was in a very small venue, but that's how you start out. You start out small, and then you expand. This was the first time I performed in a live event that wasn't a talent show, because the talent show was not live. It wasn't filmed. You know, it wasn't streamed or anything like this Hololive concert was. The live event was, I don't think it was live streamed, but it was filmed, and my performance was posted on their YouTube channel. Not the actual performance, but like, it was like a preview. It was like a little promotional video. But again, that was back when my stage name was Izzy J. I don't believe I changed. Yeah, I changed my stage name in the beginning of 2022. So I was still Izzy J at that time. The reason why I'm so comfortable telling you guys about all these names is because it's too late for me to try to be anonymous now. You know, I've been doing IRL stuff for a long time, so it's too late for me to be anonymous. Like, I might as well just tell you that the Isaiah album, you know, the name is based on both the Bible character and my actual name. That's my actual name. But that album's gone, so forget you heard that. The Life in a Dream album, it's a shame that this is gonna have to stay on SoundCloud, and it's a shame that this logo is gonna have to be not used anymore, because I made this logo and I liked it. I also made the album cover and really liked it. But yeah, all these songs, I'm not proud of every single song, but most of the songs I'm very proud of. Like, the last time I'm pretty sure I played you guys the Living in a Dream song, and the Never Alone song is still on my actual account. You can look at them, because I had a music video posted of that. But okay, I think I'm gonna switch back to the just chatting screen now. There we go. Get out of my SoundCloud. And now, so yeah, and that was just 50 minutes spent talking about something that I talked about already in my debut stream, but I just wanted to talk about that again because, like, this concert really has inspired, like, this concert is just one of the many things that inspires me to keep doing this. Like, it grows my love for VTubing. Like, I already talked about why I started getting into VTubing, like when I started watching it and everything. This just continues to improve upon my love for it. But yeah, now without further ado, let me start talking about this. Let me start talking about. Well, I did start talking about the concert, but let me actually get into everything, like the reaction aspect. So here we go. I just noticed before stream that Hololive actually did tweet all the performances in order. Not the actual performances, like you can't watch it unless you paid for the ticket. But they tweeted about each song that was performed, which is thank God, because I was struggling to figure out the names of the songs that were performed because they did not show it in the performance. I was upset about that. I was thinking that at least in the archived version of in the archives of the performances, that maybe they would have time to just throw in the names of the songs that were performed, like it was as a little pop-up animation, just the names of the songs and the performer performing the songs. But I guess they didn't. I guess that wasn't enough time to do that, so they tweeted it instead, which is fine. Either way, I'm glad that there was a way for me to know what's the names of the songs that were performed. They also made Spotify playlists for all the songs that were performed, only the songs that are actually on Spotify or on streaming services at all. Not everybody's song is available to stream. Like, not all the songs that were performed are on streaming services. Not all the songs are. Most of them are, but a good number of them were not. So if you're trying to find them, the only place you're gonna find it is YouTube. If it's there too, it should be. That's the only place you're gonna find it. A lot of those songs are not on streaming services. So let's get into see, now this is why I'm glad I have my notes up. Let's get into how I even was able to watch the concert. A Hololive way back in December made the announcement about, I believe it was December, when they made the announcement for the 4th Fest and the Hololive Expo. I looked at the website where they were talking about, where they were showing the ticket prices, or the ticket prices, and explaining directions for if you were buying a ticket, whether you were buying a ticket to go there in person or if you were buying the streaming ticket. I planned to buy a streaming ticket, and I looked at when it was going to start and all the people who were performing and when. And then I changed my mind because I felt like, because of my job, I was not going to be able to watch all the performances. And I wanted to be able to watch all the performances, so I was like, there's just no point. Like, I don't want to have to miss out on anybody's performances, so I might as well just not buy a ticket if I'm not even going to be able to see all of them. As you can hear by this explanation, it was a dumb thought. I'm not going to have background music playing anymore because I want to focus on this right now. It was a dumb thought, because clearly if there are venue tickets and streaming tickets, forget it. I'm just gonna put the background music back on. Yeah, so as I was saying, if obviously if there were both venue on-site tickets and stream tickets, that means I'm gonna start lagging again, aren't I? Please don't start lagging again. That means that if it's being streamed, there's probably going to be an archive version of the stream. So literally the day that the concert the stream was going to be made available, literally the day that the stream was going to the archive of the concert was going to be made available, is when I bought the tickets. I literally was like, cause I kept seeing the tweets over and over again, cause obviously the concert happened before the streams archives were made available. I kept seeing tweet after tweet after tweet about it. I don't know why I'm using my own BGM. I don't know why I'm using my own BGM. Just shuffle. Just shuffle. Anyway. What was I saying? I kept seeing tweet after tweet about the concert. And it was making me upset, because I was like, am I really gonna let myself miss out on this? Like, am I really just gonna let myself miss out on this concert? Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, the archives are gonna be made available for a certain period of time. They're not permanent. So if I don't watch this now, or between now and the last day that you can see it, I'm never gonna be able to see it. So I bought tickets the same day that the day one concert was made available as an archive. The day of. That was March 18th. That is when I bought the tickets. Now, the process of buying the tickets got a little frustrating, because my card got declined when I wanted to buy the tickets. And immediately after my card got declined, I got that text message. Now, if you guys have debit cards, I'm sure you guys have had this happen to you plenty of times. I got that text message. Did you attempt to pay this amount of money just now? And it wasn't even for the tickets. It was for a subscription service that I have for my laptop. You know, my subscription got renewed. And then when I tried to pay for the concert tickets the next day, because that happened like days ago, like a day ago, I believe, before this, a day before this. And yet here they go. Did you attempt to make this purchase? I was like, are you serious? What are they? Yes, this was me. It's annoying when you get those text messages, because you gotta call that number and verify that you did try to make that purchase. So I did that, and then thank God I was able to buy the tickets after that. Because if you don't call that number and you just leave it alone, your card's gonna be blocked. It blocks your card until you verify that you were the one who made that attempted to make that purchase. So finally I was able to buy the tickets, and I was able to watch the day 1 concert. Now, the day 2 concerts, both the Hollow 27 and the day 2 stage concerts, both of those archives got delayed, and I know you guys know about that already, those of you who paid for tickets. Both of those archives got delayed. So I had to wait a little bit longer to be able to watch them. But not that much longer, just on Monday. You know, it was supposed to be March 19th. I don't think it happened until March 20th. So, yeah, I wasn't able to watch those until the 20th. But thank God they got it fixed quickly, you know. It could have been much worse. They could have had you wait until the day before the archive wasn't going to be available anymore. Because the archives are available until next month. So you could still buy a streaming ticket and watch the archives of the concerts now. You can't buy a venue ticket, obviously. And the venue was sold out. That's another thing I want to mention. The venue was sold out. So that just goes to show the level of support for Hololive talents. But this is Japan, so obviously in Japan it's going to be a lot more popular. But I'm sure in America that the venue would probably be sold out too. Everything seems to always be just as popular, if not more popular, in America than it is in the country of origin. VTubing was a concept that started in Japan, and it's slowly migrated into other countries. And when the US picked it up, it blew up. Literally, like everything that started in a different country and came to the US, it blew up in the US. And it felt like it was more popular in the US than anywhere else. You know, when COVID started, that originated in China, and then it became a worldwide issue, the US was hit with it harder than any other country was. Like, when I looked at those numbers, the US was getting hit much worse than everybody else was. It just goes to show how terrible our government is. But anyway, VTubing concert. I hope this BGM is not too loud. Shouldn't be too loud. So, when the way the concert started off, I was so excited to see this, guys. Like, I was really happy to be able to watch it. I didn't want to go there in person because I don't like to go to concerts in person. It's too much for my head. But I was really excited for the fact that the venue was sold out. It was packed. You know, I loved seeing all the supporters there, and that just really made me happy. So, the first thing that happened at the concert, first of all, the YouTube stream of the concert is borderline useless because it's for the people who didn't want to or couldn't buy a ticket, and you only get to see like the first hour of the stream of the concert. The first hour of the stream of the concert. Mind you, the first 20 minutes of the stream was advertisement stuff and everybody getting settled. So, I think there were only about 2 performances that you got to see in that YouTube stream before it cut you off. So how this concert worked was there were performances, and then there were people who came out to, what's the word? To, like, communicate with the audience, you know, associate with the audience, engage with the audience. So there was performance, then engagement with the audience, you know, like, just to get everybody pumped up, you know. And this crowd was... Now, first of all, this was a lesson to me. The way the audience behaved, the way all the audiences behaved in that venue, Japan is much more professional than America. Though that audience was so professional. They were calm. Try to have a Hollow Fest in America and see how rowdy those fans get. Like, that's both a good and bad thing. That's both a shot and a comment. If this concert would have been in America, the fans would be going absolutely insane. It would have been louder. It would have been louder. Like, it would have been louder. That's all I'll say. Like, the fans are much more excitable in America. Like, Japan, they were much more calm. You know, it was rare when they got loud. Now, if I was actually in the venue, obviously that would change how I was able to hear everything. It would be a lot louder if I was in the venue. But yeah, the first thing that happened was the group performance of Kimameki Rider. As I'm looking at this order right now, Kirameki Rider, excuse me. Kirameki Rider, that was the first thing that happened. It was the group performance of Kirameki Rider. So, that song is a little on the older side. That was around the first years of Hololive. That was the Hololive Idol Project. One of the Hololive Idol Project albums that they made, and that was like the first song. Like, when I started watching VTubers and when I finally got into Hololive, I think that was the first Hololive Japan song that I listened to. That was the first one. And I was like, dang, this is good. That's a really good song. And when everybody performed it as a group, it just made it even more beautiful. And I love the outfits. I love the outfit concept for this concert. First of all, the name of the concert was Our Bright Parade. Our Bright Parade. And at the very end, they performed a song. They performed an original song called Parade. I'll talk about that too. So, I need to refresh this page, and I'm probably gonna have to scroll all the way down again. Yes, I am. I'm gonna have to scroll all the way down to find where I was just at. Yeah, I'm gonna have to scroll all the way back down to where I was just at. Keep going. Keep going. Wait. Yeah, keep going. Okay, so the first solo performer I know was Hachima-san, or Hato as they spell her name out. So she was first, and the song that she performed was called Buta, which means pig in Japanese. But oh, I'm still not there yet. I still gotta keep scrolling. Still gotta keep scrolling. So, okay, I think I'm good now. I'm close enough. Yeah, so the song is called Buta, which means pig in Japanese, but it means something completely different in Spanish. So be careful. That's very close to a swear word in Spanish. So careful. Don't say that word around a Spanish person because they will think you're cursing at them. So, but that was the second song of the concert. Hato-san's performance of her original song Buta. There were so many songs to there were a lot of songs that were performed in this concert, so it was very difficult to remember what all the songs sounded like. So just I'm gonna have to mute this. Oops. Mute this, mute that. And real quick, I'm just going to find when she started singing. Keep going. I think I skipped it. Yep, skipped it. Go back. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, this was a very that was a very adorable way to kick off the solo performances. That's what I remember from Hato-san's performance. It was very hontoni koi, hontoni koi. It was very adorable. That song that song was very adorable, and her performance was very adorable. So that was a good way to start it off. So I think from this point on, I'm gonna have my background music off so that I could look through these performances so I can remember how they sound. So yeah, she was the first. She was the first one, the first solo performer. I think I can. Oh no, I can't. Don't get rid of my notes yet. The third song, the second solo performance, was by Koyori-san, and it was her song "Wow." So let me just skip ahead and find. Yeah, that was one of the songs that had the crowd engaged. Every time she said "wow, wow," the crowd was like chanting it back at her. Yeah, that was definitely a good song and an excellent performance from Koyori. So, and I think the crowd got a little bit loud, a little bit every time somebody from Hollow X came out. That's one thing that I learned. They love Hollow X. They love them in Japan, everywhere, but they loved them in that venue in Japan as well. And they were loud a little bit for everybody from Hollow X that came out. There was some. Oh, I remember this. There was somebody with a Coyote shirt. Somebody was wearing a Coyote shirt. So that was cool. You know, there's so many people, so many performers here, and it was just nice to see that somebody. I'm sure she appreciated the fact that somebody had that shirt on. So yeah, that was a good job from Coyote. Let's see who the next one was. The next one was Noel-san, with Lyrical Monster, Irikuru Monster. That song I can remember I can remember that song off the top of my head. I don't have to look at it. Um, I was looking at the performances again before the stream, some of them. Um, but yeah, I remember that I do remember that song. That was definitely a catchy song. So yeah, definitely good job to her as well. Everybody was fantastic. I'm just gonna say that now. Everybody was Everybody did such a great job. You know, I do have a couple notes for some people, but everybody was great, and I really hope that everybody had fun, because I certainly had fun watching this concert. Let's keep going. Next was Karameru Devil from Mel-san. Um, I do need to look at that again. I was trying to remember. I'm trying to see if I can remember. Let me see if I can skip ahead. Yeah, I can hear the crowd going crazy. Caramel Devil by Mel. Yeah, there were certain songs where it was like, you know, they like before they start singing, you know, the beat just kind of makes everybody want to go, hey, hey, hey. So that's it's a great way to get a crowd engaged. I know if I'm gonna be performing, I'm definitely gonna be making sure the crowd is engaged with me. You know, one thing about the performance that I had, my first live event performance, my brother was my hype man there. He was getting the crowd excited too. Like, oh, I forgot to mention that that was actually a contest. It was a live event, but it was also a contest. So there was a winner and a prize for the winner. Of course, I did not win. I don't remember where I was ranked out of everybody, but yeah, I didn't win. I wasn't expecting me to win, so I wasn't. I don't even think I was within the top 10. So that's fine. I don't even remember the songs that were performed there. Some of them I do remember. Some of them I can remember. There was not a lot of women. There was definitely female performers, but there wasn't a whole lot. Most of them were definitely guys. But that's just because guys dominate the rap genre. You know, there's more females coming out now, but there's still way more guys in that industry. But anyway, yeah, that was definitely a good song. Great way to engage the crowd. They got the pen lights going. I would have been confused with the pen lights. The pen lights have so many color options. It would have took me a second to figure it out. Alright, let's see what the next one was. The next one was The World is okay. This was one of the songs that is not available on. It's not the song itself is not on streaming services. At least it's not on Spotify. It was Luna, and she sang "The World Is Mine," which is by Hatsune Miku. But it's not her song. If you go on Spotify, the only version of the song that's available is Hatsune Miku's live performance of that song. So I don't think it's her song. Her song. It's by, what's the guy's name again, or girl? I don't know. I don't know, but she sang the song and performed it live. But this was the song that Luna sang. That was definitely a good. That's definitely a banger of a song. Let me skip ahead to it, to that performance. This song was a banger. Up, didn't skip far enough. Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yep. Yeah, this song is a banger. That was a good song choice by Luna. Luna is also very cute. Like The crowd loves her too. Like they got very loud for her. Sekaine. Yeah, that was a banger. I can't sing. But yeah, that song was so good. I was upset when I couldn't find it on Spotify, but I found a live performance version of it, so I guess that's good enough. That's as far as I'm gonna get. Yeah, Luna is definitely very adorable. Like her voice and her character design in general, like the model design, is very nice. So yeah, they loved her. Like they got loud when she came out, and especially at the song choice. Okay, I'm gonna try to move fast. I don't know how I'll ever move faster, but yeah, it's been over an hour already. Um, I'm gonna unplug my computer. Like that song, like I'm gonna listen to that song nonstop. That is definitely like "The World Is Mine." That's definitely a great song. I just realized that I was just saying that Sekai, like Sekai is world. So I'm still trying to study Japanese, guys. The seventh song and the sixth solo performance. The next solo performance, I have a nickname for this performer. I have a nickname for her. So the next performer was Louis, and she performed her song Obado, or Overd in the English pronunciation. Obado. I call Louis, and her like the last name is Takane. So Takane Louis. I call her Taskarui. I'm calling her Taskarui from now on. Because I absolutely love her singing voice. Like, I love her voice. Like, it is so smooth. You know, so singers like that, I'm always gonna be interested in listening to. Like, she sounds, and the song sounded like kind of jazzy a little bit. Like, it was sounded like fancy. Like, I would love to hear her sing over a jazz song. Like, if Ludi is interested in jazz, I think she would sound beautiful over a jazz song. Like, I love the sound of her voice. Let me skip ahead to the performance. I think it was Talking that came up after Luna, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So let me skip ahead. Did I skip too far? Oh no. I think I skipped too far. Yeah, there we go. I skipped too far ahead. So it started off sounding jazzy, then it kind of got more upbeat and rocky. It was very fast paced too. Like it was like a swing. That's like a jazz swing kind of beat too. Yeah, like I love the sound of her voice. It's incredible. So I'm definitely gonna be streaming that song when I get the chance. Seriously, just the sound of her voice. I skipped too far ahead, so the next song rather, was "No Distance" by Choco. This was another song that got the crowd engaged. I was never familiar with the sound of Choco's singing voice before, so this was new to me, and she did a good job. So, I don't know why I was expecting. I just feel like the way her character is set up, I was expecting something more on the lines of like Marin-san's song, but this was like a hard rock song. Let me fast forward to it. Oh yeah, I remember this. Was a ding dong. She was singing like ding dong in the chorus, like ding dong, something like that. Yeah, and then that haha was getting the crowd. Was how she was engaging with the crowd as well. Yeah, that was a good song. Um, hold on 1 second. Just checking something. Okay. I also like Choco's character design. I think it's very pretty. I like the horns. Alright, and now the next one was... Oh, yes, this was... Yeah, I don't even need to skip. That song is ingrained in my mind. I cannot get that out of my mind. Yeah, the next song was... The next performance was Kiara's. And she performed her song, Do You. I'm trying to even think about what I want to say. That for sure is the best thing that she has put out so far. Like the music video for it and the song in general, everything about that song was so good, guys. And she said it was a K-pop inspired song, and you can definitely hear that. Like if you know the song structure of a K-pop song, you understand why this is. It's it's accurate to say that this is a K-pop inspired song. It was so that song is so amazing, guys. I cannot stop listening to that song. So beautiful job, Kiara. Now, Kiara is an amazing performer as well. This girl just does not lose energy. Like she like, and if she does, I didn't see it. There was literally a part where later, and I'll talk about it later on too. There is literally a part where she was doing a group performance. It was her and other people. Everybody else is dancing in a more, I think this was the end actually. Everybody else was dancing in a more conservative way, like they're trying to preserve their energy because they're already tired. Not Kiara. Kiara was like really getting it in, like she was really hitting those dances. Like she was not tired. And the performance. I have a note about the performance. I feel like the band did a great job. The band really did a great job recreating the song. I just feel like I feel like it was quiet though. I feel like it was quiet until it got to the chorus. Like whenever it got to the chorus is when it got louder. It was a little quiet, and I feel like there should have been some more. Like how when you perform a song, you should have backing vocals to help you out. You shouldn't try to do everything by yourself with no other backup vocals. So they try to have like a performance version of the song where they record just some backup vocals to aid with the performance. I feel like there should have been some more added for her, like some more help added for her instead of just I feel like a lot of it was just her trying to sing everything. Now when the chorus, there was definitely the backing voice for that, which is great. But yeah, the instrumental, because I feel like it was both a band effort and an instrumental version of the song being played, and so I feel like it was quiet until the band started playing the chorus for Kiara's performance. But either way, she's a tremendous performer, tremendous singer, and I always look forward to whatever music she puts out, because I like the sound of her voice too. So beautiful job, Kiara. I know you must have really been excited to perform that song, because that song was just, it's so catchy. It's so catchy, so addicting. It was one of those songs that was definitely blowing up on TikTok. Every time I mention TikTok, I think about that darn congressional hearing. That was disgraceful. But anyway. Yeah, that was like, and I was looking forward to seeing Kiara. Like, the good thing about this is I intentionally did not look up. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second. I intentionally did not look up the order of the performances. And I didn't look up the order in which everybody was going to come out and perform because I wanted to be surprised. I wanted it to be a surprise. So, yeah, I got excited when Kiara came out because I already knew what song she was going to do, and I was just excited to hear it. So, yeah, outstanding job, Kiara. That was a job well done. The next performer, oh yeah, this is another one that I know she was excited to perform this. So after Kiara, it was Roboko-san who performed her song Little Bit. Dirubitu. That I commented on that song. I think she gave me I think she actually gave me a heart on the comment. If I remember correctly, I think she liked my comment. If I remember correctly, I think she liked my comment. I'll look again to make sure. Let me just look again to make sure. My stream might lag while I look this up. Yes. Okay, I was right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I needed to feel vindicated for a second. Yeah, she actually left a heart on my comment. Like I put that was the perfect song for her. Like it fits her character's concept so well because she's supposed to be a robot. And this song fit her concept so well. So, and I love the choreography. I loved the choreography during that performance. That was really good. So very good job, Robo. I like Roboco's voice too because there's no vibrato. There's not really vibrato in her voice, but she has another kind of singing voice where I feel like she would sound good in a jazz song. Like she has that kind of jazzy sounding voice as well. Not like Louis, but still something that sounds like it could fit over a jazz song. So she has an interesting singing voice. Alright, next. Oh my gosh, yes. A lot plus darkness. Lampusan. I already forgot the name of the song. I was just looking at it. Dark Breath. I was shocked by this performance. And the crowd, once again, they got loud. Because every time someone from Hollow X comes out, they get loud. Or they got loud. This was a banger. This was a great song. It was such a great song and a beautiful performance. It was a great song and an even better performance. She killed it. I mean, the choreography and her amazing singing voice. Like, she killed it, and this is such an amazing song. Like, I was hyped listening to that, and it shocked me. Because, again, there's a lot of songs to remember, and that was not a song that I heard before. But, yeah, I'm gonna fast forward to it anyway, just so I'm caught up to where I'm at. I don't know if this is... Yep, I fast forwarded right to it. Oops, I skipped to the end. And she was engaging with the crowd at the same time. That was such a good song, guys. And the performance was fire. Like, that performance was so fire. No, that performance made me want to always look forward to anything that Lapusan puts out. you know, anything that she like releases in terms of music, I'm definitely gonna make sure I listen to it because she has an incredible singing voice, and I know she does karaoke streams a lot too. So I try to look out for those. I don't really watch the JP member streams too often, and it's for an obvious reason because I don't speak Japanese, so I can't understand what they're saying. But I still watch anyway, just to see, you know, just you know, if they're playing a game, then I'll just watch them play the game, or you know, if they're doing karaoke, then I'll listen to them sing. So even though I can't understand what they're saying, you know, I'll still catch on to what's going on at least. Let's get to the next one. Yeah, that was a really great performance by Lakusan. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this was a the next one was Subaru-san with her song Starlight. The crowd got loud for her. And for good reason. I mean, Subaru is one of the most like obnoxious and hilarious streamers in Holo JP. You definitely, you know, if you don't follow Subaru, I urge you to because she's definitely one of the funniest members. And, you know, her streams are still mostly kind of chill as well, but her personality, it's really her personality that does it for me. And I'm sure it does it for the audience as well because again, they were excited for Subaru. And that song was it was a beautiful song too. Like that was a beautiful song. And she sang it so well and performed it so well. So yeah, let me skip ahead to Subaru's performance. Yeah, this is a really emotional song, like really upbeat and powerful song. That was, and again, she performed it really well. So, yeah, really great job by Subaru. I was trying to find the song on YouTube. I did find it before the stream, but before when I tried to look it up for some reason I couldn't find it. Luckily, it's on that playlist on Spotify, so you can find it there. All right, let's keep going. Okay, the next one was Polka Polka-san, who sang Persona. That was nice. That was I think that was the first time I have heard her singing. And Polka's another one who has a really nice personality, really crazy personality. But yeah, and her performance, I enjoyed that performance. I enjoyed the song. Let me fast forward to it. Yeah, and she's a really good performer too. Like I could see her like really, you know, how she like changes up her voice. You know, she could really engage the crowd with her performances. So this was definitely a good song. All right, let's keep going. Next one, oh my goodness. So the next one was Risu from Hollow ID. She was the first Hollow ID performer of the night. So, and she performed Reason for Existence. On the Spotify playlist, it's gonna be written in Japanese, but and I can't remember the how you say it in Japanese, but the song title is Reason for Existence. That is not her song. That was a cover song. The Tsukiyomi is the original artist of that song. And what a song choice for Risu. And she knocked it out of the park just as I expected her to. Like, the first time that I heard Risu sing was back when Hololive posted the video for their 5th anniversary, and they were talking about the previous fest. This had to have been the previous fest. And they showed certain people's clips of certain people's performances. One of them being Risu when she sang Alice and You. Now that was just a clip. I went to listen to the actual song because I was so shocked by how amazing she sounded. So I went to listen to the actual song and I was in tears. Risu, oh my goodness. How much higher can your voice get? She hits the hell out of the high notes. Like, her singing is like borderline flawless, guys. She has such an incredible, powerful voice. It literally brings me, and she brought me to tears again with this performance. Because again, her ability to hit those high notes is effortless for her. I always look forward to hearing Risu sing, because her singing voice is so different from when she's talking. And first of all, she has an incredible personality as well. You know, I like the whole concept that she had going on for when it was November. She had that whole No Nut November thing going on because she's a squirrel, so it just makes perfect sense. So she's very funny. I did happen to also watch the stream she did with Zeta and Mika from Niji Sanji ID. That had me in tears too. I was laughing a lot at that stream too. Yeah, I love Risu, man. Like, her singing voice just, you know, it just makes me cry every time. I won't say that, never mind, I won't say that, what I was about to say. But yeah, like, her singing voice, I wish I could have seen the Alice and You performance. I wish I could have seen that, because that really would have had me in tears. Like, it was so, like, that's such a great song. And then the song that she sang in this performance is also a great song, and she killed it, guys. That was so good. Alright, let's move on to the next one. The next one was Chloe. Chloe, again from Hollow X. Chloe performing her original song, Marionette. It's written in Japanese when you try to look it up. But on Twitter here, they translate it. And apparently it translates to Marionette. Just make sure that that's right. Yeah, it says Marionette, so I guess that's the name of it. I'd never heard that song before, so again, I had to look at it. The music video was really good. That was a really good music video. Very emotional. And it's a great song. I'm looking forward to talking about another song that Chloe performed. But that's when we get to day 2. But I guess I'll just say it now, anyway. Chloe is another one whose singing voice is completely different from her when she's talking. When she's talking, you know, no offense, but you could definitely tell that it's voice acting because most female VTubers voice act for their VTuber model. Most of them are voice acting. Most of them, the way they talk when they're streaming is not how they talk in real life. So I don't know how they talk in real life, but I know it's not that. Now, when Chloe sings, that sounds like IRL voice. You know, Chloe has that Shakira kind of syndrome where she'll switch it up on you real good. Like she'll start singing in like a nice little high pitched and it sounds just like Chloe, but then all of a sudden she'll drop an octave and get real low. Like voice will get real deep, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, it's like her voice just gets so powerful out of nowhere. So I love hearing Chloe sing, and I commented that on her original song for Pet, which was written by Deco27, and I'll talk about that because she performed that on the Hollow 27 stage. So yeah, I commented that I love hearing her sing because I love how she switches it up. So, and again, everybody gets loud for Hollow 10. Hollow 10, well, for Hollow X. I guess you can call it Hollow 10 if you want, but Hollow X. Next was... Oh, yep, here we go. After her, it was Miss Detective Watson. It was Amelia Watson. On her birthday, she released her very first original song. I was not expecting that. I really did not think that Amelia Watson was interested that much in the idol side of Hololive. I didn't think she would ever put out an original song. But she did it. And it was both emotional, it was funny at times, and it was just adorable. So, you know, I was happy to see Amelia Watson perform that song. You know, I was just happy. I just felt happy and proud for her. You know, it was her first original song, and she killed that performance. You know, the crowd got engaged and everything. So, I hope to see more out of Amelia Watson because I also loved her voice in the nonfiction song by the Hollow Myth group. You know, she did great in that song too. I wish they could have been able to perform that in this fest, but they had Hololive split up. They weren't all on the same day. So, but yeah, like that was such a nice song for Amelia Watson. You know, and I really have always loved her content because she is hilarious. She is hilarious. There's a great personality. She seems like she had a really, really great grades in school. Like, she seems like the kind of person who was just very smart. Like, I've seen her TikTok videos as well where she talks about terrariums. Like, she just seems like a very smart, very, very smart, intelligent person. But, you got to see a taste of her performance. Now, I felt kind of embarrassed when she had to come out with, who did she come out with? She came out with somebody and they were talking to the audience, and Watson basically had to force Japanese out of herself because she doesn't speak it. And I could tell she wasn't really comfortable speaking it. But yeah, like I love Watson, man. And I love all of Hollow Myth. I've always admired the concept of her character. Like, you know, she could have very easily named herself Amelia Holmes, and then it would have gotten really confusing because it's like, oh my god, Enola Holmes, now Amelia Holmes. Like, she chose to go with Watson. She chose to go. Yeah, like, sorry, someone said disconnected for some reason. But, so yeah, great job by Amelia Watson. Really great job. I'm very proud of you for being able to perform an original song. After her, oh my goodness. So after Amelia Watson was Crazy Ollie from Hollow ID, who performed her song Jolly Jolly. And when I was describing the song in my head, I almost said catchy twice. Like I almost said it was Jolly Jolly was catchy catchy. Because that's how addicting this song is. The instrumental alone, the beat, the way the song starts off, it already grasps you. And I'd never heard Ollie sing before, so this was a first for me as well. Yeah, she's a great performer. And of all the ID members, I talked about Reese's personality. All these, like, crazy is not a lie. Like, this girl is crazy. I feel like me and her would get along very well. Like, there's no way to not get along with her. Like, seriously, I feel like we would be great friends. Like, people with her personality, I would make friends with them very easily. She has the kind of personality. I feel like anybody could. Maybe not anybody, but most people, because she has the kind of personality where you can feed off of her. You can feed off of her like personality. Like you can reciprocate the energy that she gives out. So it's like she'll get the train going, and then you wouldn't be able to stop it. It's like. But yeah, like this performance was very, very good. It was a very catchy song, a very great performance. So, great job for Ollie. And let me fast forward through this so that I'm caught up. I'm way past that now. Oh wait, I don't know if I'm that far. Oh yeah, here we go. I skipped to the end of her performance. Okay, that's fine. The crowd definitely got loud at the end of that. I was listening to that. Yeah, they definitely loved that one. Yeah, great job, Ollie. That was definitely a good song. Alright, the next one was Iroha Step. Iroha from Hollow X as well, performing Iroha Step. That was another catchy song. It was a first for me seeing, not seeing her, but because I've seen, obviously, I watched all the Holograw stuff too, and I've seen her in that. But I haven't really seen her streams like that, and it was nice that they allowed her to also come out and engage with the audience. I think that wasn't until the Hollow 27 stage, but yeah, I got to see a little bit of her personality and everything too. So yeah, that was. It seemed like she definitely had fun, and that song was definitely a fun song, and she seemed like she definitely had fun. The entire fest, so it's glad to see, glad to hear. Alright, next. The next one was Flair performing Atelier. I was trying to look for this song, and I don't think it's on Spotify. Because I loved this performance from Flair. And I loved the song. So, I hope that, I'll probably look the song up on YouTube or something, because I definitely loved that song. That was a beautiful song. I think this is her right here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really beautiful song. Yeah, yeah, that was really, I was shocked actually listening to it because I I have heard her sing before in the Hollow Live Idol Project songs. She's actually in. She was one of the singers in my favorite song from that album. I need to remember the name of the song. Let me open up the Spotify app and pray that I don't start glitching. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. It's here somewhere. Here it is. Let me see if I can zoom in on it because I can't. Shijo Shugi. That's what it's called. Shijo Shugi. Yeah, she was in that song. And that's my favorite song from that album. So, yeah, I already knew that I liked the sound of her voice, but this song was really beautiful. So, I'm going to continue my search for this song because I want to be able to listen to this song. That was a really good song. Flair, before I move on, Flair, I don't watch her streams, but I have seen clips. When she laughs, you like she's one of those people who like has those kind of like wheezing laughs. Because like somebody posted this thing, it was like a try not to laugh Hololive edition, and it was literally just all the members laughing because laughing is addicting. Her laugh is addicting. So just wanted to add that in there. Next. Really great job, Flair. That was a beautiful song. I didn't think this was the next performance. I thought it was something else. Dreamy Sheep. Miss Watame. Yeah, I love Watame. Like I definitely have like the song that she did with Calliope Mori, Cloudy Sheep. That was a really good song. So yeah, I love Watame's singing voice. She has a very distinguishable singing voice. Like you know it's her voice when you hear it. So and this performance, let me skip ahead to it because I don't remember how the song sounded like. Okay, yeah. I remember now. Yeah, Watame's voice is very distinguishable and it's a very nice voice. So I was looking forward to her performance as well. I like watching her like Watame did borderline nothing wrong. Those videos. It's kind of like the Hollow Girl, but it's just her, and it's like on her channel. Yeah, those are funny. Alright, the next one. This next one was a surprise. This one was a surprise. So the next performance was Yofi from Hololive. Kono te de kanaderu arigato was the song that she performed. This was one of the songs where the crowd was silent, I believe. The crowd was silent the whole time. And if it was like me, it was because we were in complete shock. We weren't expecting such an emotional song. And that was the first time I ever heard her sing. So I thought that was good. Like, I really thought that was a good job. You know, she tugged the heartstrings with that performance. So a really good job there from Yofi. Afterwards, the crowd gave like a really like emotional clap, like an emotional applaud after that performance, because it was a shock. It was really just a shock. And she sang her heart out with that song. So, the next one, oh boy. The next performer was Miss Ina. I was looking forward to this. And she sang Saigo no Hanabira, the meaning of love. I absolutely love the sound of Ina's singing voice in general, but like her singing voice. I love hearing her sing. I loved, first of all, Violet is an absolute bop. Very emotional, beautiful song. I loved her cover of Tabi no Tochu. That was insanely good. That was so good. And then her cover of this song, her performance of this song. Again, very emotional song. And she sang it like she really did a good job with this one. So I always look forward to anything that Ina releases music wise, whether it's mostly covers. She doesn't have a lot of original music, but because she has a great voice. So, and again, she really sang her heart out with this one too. Like, she really sang this song. Alright, next. Yeah, it was just it was back to back to back. It was 3 songs in a row of just emotional, emotional roller coasters. Not roller coasters. It was 3 songs in a row of like, tugging the heartstrings. Cause the next one was Azuki-san, who sang her song Afterglow. And that song definitely got tears in my eyes. That was the one that did it. That was the one that broke me. It was Yofi, then Ina, and then Azuki's song is what broke me. That song was so beautiful. And it is so beautiful. And she performed it with perfection. Of course, because it's her own song. Like, she sang the life out of that song. Like, that was so well done. Like, I love her singing voice. So, a really good job by Azuki. I'm gonna fast forward to that song just because I want to hear it again. Because it was seriously, that was such a beautiful song. Okay, that's who Watson was talking about. She's talking with Ali. Yeah, luckily Ali can speak Japanese as well, so she had a little help with translation. I think this is it. Oh, that's Yofi. Yeah, it was Yofi, then Ina, like, just tugging at the heartstrings. I was just listening to Ina's again. Keep going. I like the color of the glow pens as well, or pen lights. It's a nice amber color. Yeah, she really sang the life out of this song, guys. It was so good. I was hoping to be able to talk about both days, both day 1 and day 2. I may have to split it up at this point because it's been over 2 hours already. But let's try to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Mume. Yes, Mume also shocked me with her performance. My Dearest was the name of the song that she sang. Yeah, this was... Like, I knew Mume could sing, but this performance was definitely really good. Let me keep going. I didn't skip ahead far enough. It's more talking. I might have skipped too far ahead. Yeah, it came back. It's coming back to me now. Yep. Yeah, Moonmai's performance definitely surprised me too. Like, cause again, this is another emotional song that she sang, "My Dearest," and she killed it. That was really really good, and she looked amazing, as well. You know, I didn't realize how long her hair was until that performance. But yeah, she has a really nice singing voice, and I like watching her stream sometimes too because her personality just kills me as well. Like, she has a really nice personality as well. So yeah, really good job, Mume. That was beautiful. Up next, Miko singing Sakura Kaze. They got loud from Miko, and I knew they would. Yeah, cause you can't not like Miko. Like, she's insane. Like, she literally went on, I don't know what exactly it was, but she got on some type of call with some dude who was not, I think he might have been American, and the guy's just like, hello, hello, and Miko's just like, yeah, hi, I'm Japanese. And the guy's not even talking to her at that point. He's just sitting there confused. And Miko's trying to make conversation. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Miko is literally insane. Like, she is so funny. And even though I don't understand what she's saying in her streams, I try to watch anyway. And I watch clips of her. Because she's absolutely hilarious. Like, I love... Now, when she collabed with Callie... This was... she collabed with Callie... Robocall, and this was back when Sana was still there, because they were trying to teach them American words. That was a hilarious stream, and Miko had everybody cracking up in that stream. So yeah, I love Miko just as much as this crowd did when she came out and started singing. That and she killed it as well. Let me fast forward to it because I want to be able to hear this again. What's insane about this concert, it was mostly guys, and they were going really crazy for these performers, like, from Miko including. I gotta plug my computer back in. Alright. Yeah, it's been over 2 hours. I gotta try to move quicker. The next performer, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this person I definitely need to... I just said I was gonna try to move faster, but this person I need to say something about. Hold on, let me look at the song again. The next performer was the one and only Sora, and she sang her song, Yume Zora Fanfare. Which was it was a great song. You know, I played that song in my car when I was driving home from work. So, again, and I've probably mentioned this before on stream somewhere. Every time I see Sora, it just reminds me that she is the start of this. She is the OG. She's the original. She's the very first. She was the very first talent scouted by Hololive. And the whole time watching, every time I saw her come out, the words "thank you" just kept coming to my mind. Just arigato, 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 arigato gozaimasu, just constantly in my mind, because like she has left such a huge legacy. She has helped to create such a huge legacy of performers in Hololive. So, you know, I am just truly thankful for everything that she's done, and thankful for also the founders of Hololive for building such an incredible legacy. And Sora, she's a great performer, a great singer, and this is a beautiful song. So, I always love seeing her perform. So that was the end of the solo performances. Now we get into the group performances, which you had Ryusu and Yofi performing Tondemo Wanders together. You had... Oh yeah, here we go. You had Roboko, Mel, and Azuki performing Kawaii Kotego Man. Sorry, I'm so cute. You had, they performed that together. Callie just also posted a cover of that song, and so did Rainbow from Nichi Sanji. So, that song's blowing up. Next, Kiara, Ina, Amelia, and Mume performing Suki-chan together. Then you had Choco, Subaru, and Luna performing Tomadoi Recipe together. And I think that was it of the group ones, because after that was Our Bright Parade. Wait. No, that wasn't it. Sorry. Hato and Ali performed Lost Ones Weeping. And then it was Sora and Watame. That's right. They also did Eternal Blaze together. That was a good combo. Grouping Watame and Sora together. That was a good one. Next, all of Hollow 10. I keep saying Hollow 10, Hollow X. I keep seeing the X and thinking 10. The Hollow 10 song, Joya Repaint. Yeah, like they went crazy for that one. I'm telling you guys, they love Hollow X. They love them. Next it was Miko, Flare, Noel, Polka. For some reason, oh yeah, and Suisei appeared in this performance. It was Gunjo Sanka. Suisei popped up out of nowhere. She wasn't supposed to be there till day 2, but she surprised everybody and performed with them. So that and question mark that they got in this tweet is for Suisei, who surprised everybody and came in. Yeah, the reaction for Suisei, rightfully so, was really big. That sounded like an ovation right there, and it's well deserved because Suisei is like, she's my second favorite singer in Hollow JP. Her voice is so good, and but out of all the members in JP, I think she's the most consistent with her original music. So I have a lot of her songs downloaded. Like, I love the sound of her voice. Like, it is really good. Okay, next. Then it was the end. Then it was Parade. So, the group song of Our Bright Parade. And that's how they wrapped up the first night. So, I think my headphones off for now. That was how they wrapped up the first night. And after that, I was so excited to get into the second one night because it was like, that was just so good. So now let me skip ahead to when 27 started. For the sake of time, I won't talk too much about 27 actually, but I'll just say, if you're unaware of what Hollow 27 is, it was a collab project between Hololive and producers Deco 27, who there was one album where it was original songs that they wrote for Hololive talents, and then another album for cover songs. So they had talents cover Deco 27 songs. I was looking forward to, I'll say this too, I was looking forward to Gouda and Bay because I loved that song. Sweet Appetite, that was a good song. So I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to Chloe because Pet is my favorite song of all the original songs. That and Sweet Appetite, but yeah, Chloe's Pet is my favorite song. So yeah, you had it was Mosh Race with Miko and Pekura, The Vampire with Mel and Choco, Cinderella was good, and Luna performed that. That was a good song. Animal by Mio and Coyote. Mume and Bay also did collabed with that song. They covered that song together as well. BBB by IMA. That was the first time seeing her on this in the concert. Then it was Sweet Appetite by Gouda and Bay, or Bales. We all call her Bay. Yeah, I really liked that song. That was good. That was a good song. Next was Dream Shower by Hiroha. Then it was Baby Don't Stop by Lemmy and Louis. This was a really good song. That Lemmy and Louis both have really smooth voices. That was a good song. Next was Zombies by Ali, which makes perfect sense because she is a zombie. Then it was Muna performing Automated Section. Then it was Chloe performing Pet. Then it was Shion and La Plus Darkness performing Lip Sync. That's another good song. Okayu performing End Roll. That was good. That was good. Flare. MKDR or DSCF. I love this song. That song is so catchy. I love that song. Kanata with Leech was the next one. Kanata has a great voice. Mosaic Roll by Yofi was next. Then it was Ghost Roll by Kiara and Mume. That was a good song. That's a good song. And then it was Hibana by Callie, who covered that song. Hibana is one of my favorites from Gecko. That was a good song. But oh my god, Planetarium by Suicide. Now that was a shock. that was an acapella. That's why it was a shock, because that was an acapella song. So that just blew me. That just goes to continue to show how talented Suisse is. An acapella song. I mean, that really must have been difficult for her to record. It was such a great song. So, and that was an original song. That wasn't a cover. That was an original song. All right, next. Sora performing Love Words. Yeah, and then after that song, Sora came out to talk to the crowd again. I don't know exactly what she was saying. I just know that I was scared. I was scared because she seemed incredibly nervous. You know, there were some pauses, and I was scared that she was going to say something and I was going to end up in tears. But thank God that didn't happen. Um, yeah, so thank God, because I understand that Soda's been with the company for a long time, and she was the first. But seriously, that would have been a really, really sad time to announce a retirement. So, thank God that's not what happened. I'm sure Soda has plenty of years with them because she's younger than me. So that was the end of the Hollow 27 stage, and then now let's get into day 2. So let me go on to let me go back into here and get to that. Oop, nope, I didn't have to do that. Day 2. The first song that was performed in day 2, that was when they performed a Shiny Smiley Story first. Yeah, so Shiny Smiley Story was the first song that was performed. Um, and that was the group performance. Then after that, the first solo performance was High Fine Fox, Miss Fubuki. That got the crowd a little excited. Fubuki definitely is a great performer. So I loved the set design for her performance too. That looked really good. But let me go ahead and skip ahead to that performance spot. Oh wait, was that too far away? Yeah, that was. She's definitely a great performer. So, good job, Fubuki. The next one was Ayame coming out performing Kawaii. I remember that song also being another catchy one. Let me just go to it and listen to it. Yeah, this song was insane. Yeah, that's just like I liked how like there was like comedy involved in it a little bit. You know, I like the that guitar melody. Yeah, this was fun to watch. Like I like how the music changes. There's a number of songs where I did that too. So yeah, this was definitely a catchy and a really good song. Next was Matsuri, Zettai Monarchy Carnival. This was also a pretty catchy one. That was a good job as well by Matsuri. Let me skip ahead to it. Yeah, I love the choreography for Matsuda's performance. That was cool. Now, Matsuda, I couldn't help but feel like her personality when she's not performing, it's different when she's streaming. Because based on the clips that I've seen, she seems to have a kind of a lewd personality a little bit, and she is kind of funny as well. So, but this was a good performance. It was very catchy, and I love the choreography for it. So, I've been sitting down for a long time, and I can feel it. Anyway, let's keep going. The next one, oh god, Ra 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 Rabbit. Usada Pecora. I thought the crowd was gonna be much louder when she first came out because I know I was waiting for Pecora to come out and perform. Because I just really love Pecora. I love her personality. Like when she's mad versus when she's not, when she's like regular, it's like completely different things. But she's hilarious when she's angry. But yeah, this, like, her performance, I was looking forward to her performance. So let me skip ahead. I probably skipped way too far. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a nice song that she performed as well. I was looking forward to that one, definitely. Alright, let's keep going. After her, it was... I skipped somebody. Okayu performing Neko-sama. I love Okayu's voice. She has a really smooth, like, soft voice, too. So, and that's in general. Like, in general, she kind of talks in a lower tone. So she has, like, a soothing singing voice. And let me skip ahead to that performance. Like, the song that she's sang was upbeat and everything too, but her voice is still kind of so, like, soft and, like, calming. I like how her eyes changed. Like, a lot of people, their eyes changed during their performance. I thought that was cool. I was always wondering how they were able to toggle their what are they called, expressions while they're performing. That seemed like it's very difficult to do. After Okayo, it was Nene performing Gakuen Tengoku. Again, a very catchy song that got the crowd engaged. After that, it was... Oh my god. Shaking my head, guys. So, after Nene, it was Korone. And she performed a song called Hashire Makibao. And the crowd was too stunned to make any noise. This was both a song and a comedy routine by Korone. And it caught me off guard, it caught the crowd off guard, it caught everybody off guard. Kiara tweeted about that performance, like, Korone, you are a dog, not a horse. Because you have to watch the performance to know what she's talking about. I have no idea how you were able to coordinate. I have no idea how you were able to commentate at the speed you were talking and then switch immediately back into singing. If that's actually what you did. I don't know if it was like lip syncing at some point and then singing at the other points or what, but that was insane. Like that was the funniest performance of the night. That was the funniest performance of the night, especially when she started hitting cartwheels. It was like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" Yeah, she stunned the life out of the crowd with that performance. Like it was a comedy routine, man. And the group performance that she did later in the night was also kind of like a comedy routine. Because again, there was dialogue in that too, and we'll get to that in a moment. But Korone, you completely shocked the crowd with that performance. I was not expecting that from you at all. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that. So, really great job, Korone. Like, if your plan was to really throw everybody off guard, you succeeded tremendously. After Korone, it was, oh yes, after Korone, it was Guda who sang Megu Megu Fire Endless Night. When she performed that, I was all over Spotify trying to find the song, and it's not on Spotify. That made me so upset. Because this was such a good song. And Guda is just so adorable. Like, she's so small and adorable. I love the choreography to this performance as well. And I was really looking forward to her when she was ready to perform. And now I feel vindicated for that too, because like she killed it with the song, like the song choice, and just her. She has a great singing voice too, so she's a tremendous performer. If you watched her 3D birthday performances, like she's a great performer. So I was really looking forward to hearing this one, and she was outstanding. Let me fast forward through this so that we could catch up. Oh, just a little more of talking. I skipped the Coordinate's performance. Oh god. I had to see this again. And the choreography for Coordinate's performance too was like this whole thing is insane. My gosh, that was just everybody was so stunned. I didn't skip far enough. Keep going. But yeah, when Gouda started, everybody got hype immediately because of the song choice. I loved her outfit too. Yeah, that song that Gouda sang just that lived in my head rent free. Like even after the show. So really good job from Gouda. After Gouda, it was Calliope Mori performing "Taste of Death." So of all the songs that Kelly had released, she released a good number of songs last year in 2022. She had two different albums come out that year. And of all the songs that she released, I wasn't expecting Taste of Death to be the song that she performed. But whatever, that was still a good song, good and an excellent performance. Kelly is one hell of a performer, one hell of an artist, and you guys I've already talked about her in previous streams. She's my favorite VTuber of all time. And I really look up to her because of how great her music is, and just her ability to, first of all, to get bilingual in her lyrics. You know, she'll switch up from English to Japanese, and she raps kind of fast, so sometimes it's hard to catch what she's saying. But you know, I was thinking that Nezumi Scheme was like a shoe-in for her to perform. It was like that's definitely gonna be the song that she performs. Either that or When It Wasted. I thought like those were like shoe-ins for her performances, but at least she performed those in her 3D showcase. So, you know, at least you got to see that. She wanted to switch it up for the Holofest. I always look forward to. Unfortunately, I didn't buy the tickets for her concert, but I'm glad I bought tickets to see her perform there at Holofest. Seemed like she had a really good time. Okay. After her, it was Reine, who performed Illusion Night. Yeah, that was good. That was a good song. Oh my god, Illusion Night, but that was a good song. And she killed the performance. So, really good job, Reine. I want to skip to it because I want to hear it too. I kind of want to hear Callie's as well. Sorry, I was watching Callie's again. Yeah, Callie can also sing very well. Like, it's not just rapping that she does well. She can sing pretty well as well. So, but yeah, Reine. I liked her outfit too. Yeah, Reine definitely killed that performance. Sorry, I was listening to it. After Reine, who was also from Hollow ID, it was Iris, and I was really looking forward to Iris, cause she's my favorite singer in Hololive EN. She has a tremendous voice, and she sang "Here Comes Hope." So again, a banger, and got the crowd really hyped up. Um, I like how she did the Iris before she started singing. I should have expected that. Everybody who had intros did an intro before they started singing. Or at least at some point during the concert. But yeah, Iris definitely killed it. And I always look forward to hearing her music. Because she just has a really great voice. Iris, it seems like she could just sing on any song. Like, I love singers like that. It was like they could sing on any song. and kill it. And I really love this new model that she has now. Like back when she re-debuted with this new model, like it looks really really good. So it's great that she got to perform with the new model as well. All right, next was oh geez, it was Fauna with Let Me Stay Here. Fauna like that like I commented under that on the video of it. I was like, okay, Fauna, we got a little bossa nova going on. That was and it was nice and quiet too. It was like everybody was so relaxed, cause that's what Fauna does. She makes you feel relaxed just by talking, and now by singing. So yeah, a really good job, Fauna. That was like, that song is really really good. Definitely stream that song, guys. That was a really good song. It has been almost 3 hours, but my phone is still good. So, let's keep going. After Fauna, it was Coroni who sang Daydream. Yeah, guys, don't sleep on Crony's singing voice either, man. She has a really great singing voice, especially on this song. I believe this is also her original song. She did such a great job. Like, this brought me to tears a little bit. Like, it was such a great job. When Crony talks, also it's a very like low, kind of has like an ASMR kind of voice too. But yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, she has like really kind of like an ASMR voice when she talks, but then when she sings, it's like just as relaxing as well. It's like she has such a great voice. I think they were doing a council members in a row at this point because you got okay, no, they stopped at the Crony. It was Fauna then Crony, and then they went back to ID. After Crony, it was Muna, who I was looking forward to as well. She sang "I Know Chisana Uta." Um, Now that's on Spotify, so I guess it's an original song. I don't know, but that was on Spotify, and the album cover had her face on it. So, but either way, that song what got to me as well. Like, she sang it so beautifully, and her range as well is also really good. So, she has a very powerful singing voice. Not much vibrato in it, but a very nice range in her voice. So, and again, the crowd was in silence because they just wanted to hear her sing her heart out with this. Like the way the song sounded, like it kind of reminded me of Katy Perry. The Fireworks, like a slower version of Fireworks. Um, but also it maybe I don't know why, but I was like, this needs to be like a song in a Disney movie. Like that's the level that this performance gave me. It's like she really sang her heart out on this song. She did a really good job. Yeah, like seriously, that was such a beautiful song, and she killed it. After Muna, it was Aki who sang "Rose of the Lamp." That was a pretty catchy song. So yeah, definitely good job for Miss Rosenthal. After her, it was Botan who sang "Melody," and that was definitely like again. This was also a pretty nice song. You know, the song is on Spotify. I'll listen to a little bit of it. It's definitely a nice song. So good job, Botan, as well. After her, it was Shion who sang Chandelier. I love that song, Chandelier. It's a short song, but it's a sweet song. Like, she has a really good singing voice, too. So, I should have been looking forward to this because I've heard this song. I've heard that song before. It's just, it had been a while since I heard it. I'm gonna skip ahead to that performance. I think I skipped too far. I skipped way too far. Yeah, I really love this song. Really catchy and awesome, like instrumental as well. So, and then the next performer was Bay, who sang "Goddess" by Pinocchio P. I believe that's how you say their name. Hakos Bales is one of the most underrated performers and singers in Hololive. I feel like she is not appreciated enough. She is very well appreciated, but I feel like she is not appreciated enough for how incredibly talented she is with her singing, her rapping, and her performing. Out of all the performances that night, this one shocked me the most. This one absolutely shocked me the most. Like, it was like I was so amazed by it. Like, the song is a very sexy song, a very nice song, an awesome song on its own. But there's a certain part of the song, like right before it gets to the chorus, where the singer hits a very big high note, and it's a Vocaloid song, so it's like, it sounds like it's, auto tuned. Sounds like something that would be pretty hard to do, right? When I tell you that, like, this is why this was the most shocking performance to me. When I tell you that Bay effortlessly hit those high notes each time, she hit those high notes with absolute perfection, and it blew my mind. I wasn't expecting that at all, because I had never heard that from her before. So, that was a phenomenal job from Bay. That was really a phenomenal job. That was a really phenomenal, excellent job. She should be very proud of that performance. Because I know I was. Viva la Rat, man. After Bay, it was okay. So it was just back to back sexy performances. Cause after Bay, it was Marine, who sang her hit song "I'm Your Treasure Box," and hit song is an understatement. This song really blew up. I'm gonna skip to this part. I'm watching Bay's performance again before I move on to Marine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So back to Marine. I loved her outfit. Looked very classy. Um, as expected, the minute she hit the stage, the crowd went nuts because again, this was a very very popular song. It blew up tremendously. I think it has about 20 million views right now, and it hasn't even been a year since it's been released yet. So that's a milestone for Hololive standards or VTuber standards in general. Because I can tell you right now, Luxium's Hope in the Dark just hit 20 million, and that song's been out for 2 years, I believe. A year or 2 years. And that song was really a good song, too. But Martin hit that mark in less than a year with her song I'm Your Treasure Box. Very sexy song, very creative, very fun to listen to. And she murdered the performance. So, I love her facial expressions the whole time she's performing, too. I mean, oh my god. Like, her facial expressions made it all the more enjoyable. Alright, and then after Marine, it was Toa. Toa is my favorite singer in Hollow JP. So I mentioned Suisei being second. Toa is first. She sang Raine. I think that's an original song. Unfortunately, for both Bay and Toa's songs performances, their mic audio was very low. At least when I was watching it on my TV. On headphones, obviously, it sounds fine. But when I was watching it on the TV, I thought it was kind of their voices were kind of quiet. I don't know if it was just my settings, but I didn't have the issue with anybody else. But yeah, Toa, I just absolutely love the sound of Toa's voice. Like it's so deep and powerful. Like I love singers who have that deep and powerful singing voice. And I can never get enough of her song palette. That was such an emotional song, and it was so well done. And she has more hit songs from that. She has a song called Akuma. She has a song called Fact. She is really a great singer, guys. Really a great singer. So if you haven't listened to her songs yet, and she has cover songs that she's done as well, like her cover song for Error, again, fantastic. Let me fast forward a little bit. Oh, that's not enough. Let me keep going. And the crowd was hyped up for her song as well. I like her color scheme, the purple and green. Yeah, it's just her voice is just so great. It's so amazing, guys. And she has good range too. Like she hits high notes pretty good too. It's like she's just so darn good. It's scary. Like, her voice is scary good. I love the choreography for her performance too. Like, her voice is just scary good. Like, it is such an incredible voice, guys. Alright, let's hurry up because it's been about 3 hours. Oh, it was back to back. Perfect. It was Toa then Soisei. My two favorite singers in JP, and she sang her song Michizure from her album. If I can remember the name of it, I keep forgetting the name of it. Spectre. Yeah, she sang Michizure from her album Spectre. I wasn't expecting that song, but that's the one she picked. But it doesn't matter anything that Suisei sings. She sings it really great. So yeah, I just love to hear her sing. And again, the crowd, very nice reaction, very good reaction for Soisei. They love her. Soisei's music really blows up. Like, if you look at the numbers on her songs, like, her music really blows up. Like, she's just such an incredible talent and a blessing to have in Hololive. Like seriously. So after Soisei, it was Anya, who I wasn't even expecting to see at all. I was not expecting to even see her because Zeta did not perform, and I know Zeta can sing a little bit. Anya, I didn't know could sing, and she sang a song called Cutlery, and it's a pretty catchy beat to it, and she did good. Like, it was a nice song. So I was kind of shocked by that too. I was not expecting to see her performing. After her, it was Mio, and she sang her song, I believe it's her song, Yaku Sushi. I've listened to it a couple times on Spotify. It's definitely a nice song. She has a nice voice. Next, again, it was Kanata, who sang Betsu Sekai. I love Kanata's voice. Like, again, it's different from when she's talking. It's more powerful when she's singing. And I loved the cover song that she did with Toa. That was beautiful. Wait, was it a cover song? It was an original song, actually. I gotta look that up again. But yeah, that was a beautiful song. So yeah, I'll try to pay more attention to whenever Kanata releases music, because I definitely love hearing her voice. Lammy was next, and she sang her song Floor. Again, very beautiful song. Lammy has a really nice voice. So people were looking forward to seeing her. Like, she got a nice reaction from the crowd as well. Next was Aqua, who sang her song Stay Blue. That was a nice song, and the crowd was also looking forward to her coming in to perform that song. That is definitely a nice song. And I think that was the song that wrapped up the solo performances. So afterwards, it was the group performances. So the group performances, you had a cover of Bad Apple with Ayame Marin and Kanata. You had You Marvelous. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about with Korone's second comedy act. She did this with Mio and Okayu. You Marvelous. Definitely, that was a catchy song, and the dialogue in the middle of it was just, that really made the performance more special. Next it was Koi wa Chaos no Shimobe Nari with Gura and Shion. I gotta look at what this song sounded like again. I just love to see Gura performing in general. I was paying a lot of attention to the height between the two of them, because they're both kind of short, but it looked like Shion has in the edge on Gura. I don't know if Gura is. I'm not there yet. I'm not sure if Gura is the shortest member in all of Hololive, but she certainly is one of the shortest. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're not there yet. Nope, still not there yet. Wait, no, that might be too far. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, their performance was definitely a nice upbeat song that got the crowd very engaged. Yeah, I remember the song now. I remember it now. Like, I kept repeating Ichi and Sanchi in my head over and over after that performance. Yeah, I remember that now. After them, it was the Council. It was Phonochronia and Bay who sang Summertime. That song blew up on TikTok. So that's how I found out about that song. So I'm glad they sung that song because I was trying to wonder what it was called. They did a great job with that one. Next, it was Hokago Stride, performed by Aki, Matsuri, Lamy, and Nene. Let me see if I could find it. I don't remember how it went. I skipped too far ahead. Okay, yep. It's definitely a catchy song too. After that, it was Worldwide Festival by with Fubuki, Pekora, and Botan. Then it was Callie and Iris who sang Monster. That got the crowd very excited. And that's a good combination. Callie and Iris need to do more songs together in the future. Then it was Hollow ID. You had Muna, Anya, and Reine performing Yobanashi Deceive. And then it was Daydream Skytrain with Aqua Suisei and Toa. That was a beautiful performance with those three. Beautiful performance, and again, pairing Toa and Suicide together. They need to do songs together more too. And that was the last song before the final finale of our Bright Parade. So then that is where I will wrap up this video then, because it's been 3 hours of me talking about this concert, because I wanted to talk about the whole thing. It was such an amazing event, and I'll wrap up by saying, let me put my background music back on. I'm gonna end it by saying that the day after I watched this concert, finished watching the concert, you know, I was really excited. I was inspired. I was just motivated. I was like, I gotta get back on my music, but I gotta keep saving up for that. I'm not at the stage where I can get back to it yet, unfortunately. But the day after watching all that, and a day after feeling really excited and everything, I received some horrible, horrible news. Somebody in my family passed away, and I'll be going to a funeral for that this week. So that was a huge blow for the family, and it just goes to show that, you know, people are always going through something, but specifically with streamers, you know, when we come and choose to do streams in the midst of all of what we're going through, you know, it's just the community and friends and family that continue to push us to, you know, keep going, because, you know, life outside of this for many people is very difficult. But I also want to say just thank you very much, Hololive, for everything that you continue to do for your community and for your fans, including me. You have greatly inspired me to do what I'm doing now. Like, everybody that performed did such an incredible job, and I'm sure that they are resting well after such a tiring day of performing, tiring 2 days of performing. So you definitely get some rest, and I look forward to the next concert, because seriously, I enjoyed the heck out of this. Like, I'm looking forward to when Niji Sanji does their next concert, and I'm looking forward to when Hololive has their next concert. I cannot wait for that day. The next time I will do a watch along rather than reaction, just reaction. I'll do an actual watch along. I didn't think about it until just now. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to this whole thing. I'm glad you all chose to stay along, if you did. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Have a great day.